What if I told you that everything you thought about exercise and weight loss after 60 might be incomplete, that the routines you've been doing for years could be slowing down your progress, weakening your muscles, and making fat loss harder than it needs to be? Imagine if just a few targeted movements, done the right way, could rebuild your strength, accelerate fat burning, and even improve your energy balance and posture all in less than half the time of your usual workout. Today I'm going to share exactly how seniors over 60 can unlock this secret, scientifically proven method that your body is craving. As we age, our bodies naturally undergo a process called sarcopenia, which is the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength. After the age of 60, most adults can lose between 3 to 5% of their muscle each year, and this decline isn't just cosmetic. It affects nearly every aspect of daily life. Muscles are not simply for movement or aesthetics. They are central to our metabolism, balance, and even bone health. When muscle mass diminishes, the body's ability to burn calories efficiently slows down, which makes losing fat increasingly difficult. This is why many seniors find themselves gaining weight despite sticking to their usual routines or eating habits. The solution isn't just to exercise more, it's about exercising smarter, with a focus on preserving and rebuilding muscle in a way that aligns with the physiology of aging. Before we begin, tell us in the comments your age and where you're watching from. If you're enjoying this, hit that like button so more seniors can see it. Subscribe for more powerful senior health tips coming every day. Muscle acts as a reservoir for protein and energy, supporting vital functions like maintaining body temperature, regulating blood sugar, and protecting the joints. When muscles are underdeveloped or weakened, the body relies more heavily on fat for energy, but it does so inefficiently, often storing excess calories as stubborn fat rather than burning them. This creates a vicious cycle. Weaker muscles make movement more challenging, which reduces daily activity, further slowing metabolism and increasing fat accumulation. Scientific studies have consistently shown that targeted resistance training, even in adults well over 60, can reverse this trend. The body retains a remarkable ability to rebuild muscle fibers, improve neuromuscular coordination, and increase functional strength, even if someone has never exercised consistently before. Beyond metabolism and fat burning, muscles are crucial for joint stability and bone health. As we age, bones become more brittle, and joints can lose their cushioning and mobility. Strong muscles act as natural shock absorbers and stabilizers, distributing force more evenly and reducing stress on fragile bones. This is why seniors who maintain or build muscle experience fewer falls, less joint pain, and greater overall mobility. The small daily tasks that many take for granted, carrying groceries, climbing stairs, standing from a chair without support, are all dramatically easier and safer when muscle mass is preserved. The key lies in understanding that not all exercises are equal. Traditional routines focused solely on cardio, walking, or stretching can maintain general fitness, but do little to combat age-related muscle loss. What is required are movements that challenge multiple muscle groups simultaneously, stimulate strength, and mimic functional daily actions. Even brief, consistent sessions of bodyweight exercises, resistance band routines, or carefully supervised weight training can activate the fibers that are most prone to atrophy with age. Scientific research shows that older adults often experience more dramatic percentage gains in strength compared to younger adults, simply because their muscles have more room to adapt and improve. Finally, muscle is intimately connected with vitality and independence. Beyond the physical benefits, building and maintaining strength after 60 reinforces confidence, enhances energy, and supports a sense of autonomy. Each incremental gain in muscle mass translates into a more capable, resilient body that can handle the challenges of daily life with grace and security. In this sense, muscle is more than tissue. It is a foundation for longevity, functional freedom, and overall well-being, quietly influencing how we move, live, and engage with the world as we grow older. As we step into our 60s and beyond, one of the most common frustrations is discovering that the exercise routines we once relied on no longer deliver the same results. Many seniors dutifully walk for an hour each day, or repeat light cardio sessions, hoping to burn fat or maintain strength, only to notice minimal progress. The truth, supported by decades of research, is that the efficiency of exercise changes as our bodies age. Our muscles respond differently, our recovery takes longer, and the hormonal environment shifts in ways that can make traditional long-duration workouts less effective. This is where the concept of time-efficient, targeted movements becomes crucial. Rather than spending hours in repetitive activity, seniors can achieve superior results by focusing on precise exercises designed to stimulate the muscles, joints, and metabolism in a way that aligns with the biology of aging. Muscle tissue is highly responsive to mechanical stress, and it's not the duration of the movement that matters most, but the quality and specificity of that stress. Targeted movements are designed to engage multiple muscle groups simultaneously while challenging the stabilizing systems of the body. For example, a well-executed sit-to-stand wall push-up or bird dog progression isn't just a simple motion. It activates key muscles, reinforces neural pathways, and stimulates the connective tissues that deteriorate with age. When performed with controlled tempo and intentional focus, these movements can produce metabolic responses far beyond what casual walking or light stretching achieves. Research shows that older adults who commit to short, structured strength or functional sessions, even as little as 20 minutes, 3 to 4 times a week, can experience improvements in muscle strength, joint stability, and fat metabolism that exceed results from far longer but less targeted exercise. Another essential element of targeted movements is their ability to provide progressive overload in a safe, manageable way. In younger adults, traditional weight training relies heavily on external loads to create adaptation. For seniors, the principle is the same, but it often relies more on precise control, time under tension, and mindful progression rather than maximal resistance. When the muscles are challenged in this way, they signal the body to adapt, stimulating growth, increasing strength, and improving coordination. This process not only combats the natural loss of muscle with age, but also accelerates fat burning because muscle tissue is metabolically active. Even small gains in muscle mass can increase resting metabolic rate, meaning the body burns more calories throughout the day without additional effort. This effect is amplified when exercises are compound and functional, targeting multiple muscle groups and requiring core stabilization, balance, and coordination simultaneously. Time-efficient, targeted movements also protect against common pitfalls associated with conventional exercise approaches for seniors. Long-duration cardio, while beneficial for cardiovascular health, often fails to maintain muscle mass, may strain joints, and can become monotonous, reducing adherence over time. Targeted sessions, on the other hand, are inherently engaging because each movement has a purpose, an immediate sense of accomplishment, and measurable impact on everyday life. The body responds more dramatically to movements that replicate functional tasks, challenge coordination, and incorporate both concentric and eccentric muscle contractions. These movements create more profound neurological activation, improve proprioception, and stimulate metabolic pathways responsible for muscle repair, fat oxidation, and hormonal balance. Another layer of benefit comes from the psychological effect of time-efficient exercise. Many seniors are discouraged by the perceived intensity, duration, or complexity of traditional workouts. Short, purposeful sessions remove these barriers, creating consistency and confidence. When exercise becomes approachable, sustainable, and clearly tied to tangible improvements in strength, balance, and fat loss, the body and mind respond synergistically. Consistent engagement with targeted movements establishes a rhythm of daily accomplishment, reinforces positive habits, and encourages continued progression. Importantly, the science shows that the most effective targeted exercises do not require complex equipment or elaborate setups. Bodyweight movements, resistance bands, and light weights are sufficient to activate the key muscle fibers that deteriorate with age, precision in movement, control in tempo, and intentionality and progression produce results far beyond the time invested. A short, focused session performed correctly triggers cellular signaling, increases mitochondrial activity, improves circulation, and enhances insulin sensitivity, all critical factors in metabolism and fat burning for adults over 60. In essence, time-efficient, targeted movements are not just a shortcut. They are a strategic application of scientific principles to match the unique needs of an aging body. They optimize energy expenditure, maintain and build muscle, support joint health, and improve functional capacity. By focusing on quality over quantity, seniors can achieve transformative results in less time, allowing them to maintain independence, vitality, and confidence. This approach demonstrates that exercise after 60 does not need to be long, complicated, or exhausting. It simply needs to be deliberate, precise, and aligned with the natural biology of the human body, turning every minute of effort into meaningful, measurable improvement. Functional strength is often overlooked in traditional exercise routines, but it is perhaps the most important type of strength for anyone over 60. It's one thing to be able to lift weights in a gym, and quite another to perform the movements required in everyday life, standing from a chair, carrying groceries, climbing stairs, or even maintaining balance while reaching or bending. Functional strength focuses on training the body in patterns that mirror real-world activities, and this type of strength becomes increasingly critical as we age. Our bodies are designed for movement, but without regular targeted practice of these movements, muscles and joints gradually lose their coordination and power. Over time, this decline can make simple tasks exhausting or even unsafe, increasing the risk of falls and injuries. Research consistently shows that exercises which mimic daily functional movements are highly effective in maintaining independence in older adults. Movements like sit-to-stands, wall push-ups, or seated leg lifts engage multiple muscle groups at once, requiring the coordination of stabilizers and core muscles while also strengthening the primary movers. This multi-dimensional engagement not only builds muscle but also enhances joint stability, proprioception, and balance. Each repetition reinforces the neural pathways that govern coordination and movement, essentially training the brain alongside the muscles. For example, standing up from a chair may seem mundane, but it activates glutes, quadriceps, hamstrings, and core muscles simultaneously, while requiring balance and proper posture. Strengthening these patterns directly translates to safer, easier daily activity. Another essential aspect of functional strength is its impact on fall prevention. Falls are a leading cause of injury and loss of independence in seniors, and research shows that adults with stronger functional muscles are significantly less likely to experience them. Strengthening the muscles around the hips, knees, and core allows for better reaction times and stability when the body encounters unexpected shifts in balance. This type of training also improves joint alignment and distributes force more effectively, reducing strain and protecting cartilage, tendons, and ligaments from injury. Functional strength is not just about being stronger. It's about being safer and more resilient. Beyond safety and mobility, functional strength also affects metabolism and energy levels. Muscles engaged in compound functional movements require more energy and stimulate metabolic pathways more effectively than isolated or purely aerobic exercises. This means that as seniors build functional strength, they naturally increase their calorie burn, enhance fat oxidation, and maintain lean muscle mass, which are all crucial for long-term health and weight management. Unlike repetitive cardio routines, functional exercises are dynamic, engaging, and designed to challenge multiple systems at once: muscular, neurological, and cardiovascular, providing a more complete stimulus for the body to adapt and grow stronger. Finally, functional strength training supports psychological well-being. Each movement mastered, each small improvement in ability, reinforces confidence and autonomy. Seniors who practice functional exercises often report feeling more capable, more energetic, and more willing to engage in daily life without hesitation or fear of injury. This sense of empowerment is just as important as the physical benefits, as it encourages consistency, progress, and long-term commitment. Functional strength becomes the foundation for a more independent, healthier, and more fulfilling life, turning ordinary movements into tools for longevity and vitality. As we grow older, the way our bodies handle energy, hormones, and metabolism changes in profound ways. One of the key challenges that seniors face in building muscle and burning fat is that these systems naturally become less efficient with age. Hormone levels shift, insulin sensitivity can decline, and metabolism slows. This combination often leads to stubborn fat accumulation, reduced energy, and difficulty gaining or preserving lean muscle mass. The good news is that the right types of exercise, specifically targeted, resistance-based movements, can profoundly influence these biological systems, even after 60. The body remains remarkably adaptable, and when we stimulate it properly, we can reignite metabolic processes, optimize hormonal balance, and turn our muscles into efficient fat-burning engines. Muscles themselves play a central role in metabolism. They are not passive tissues, they are metabolically active, meaning they consume energy even at rest. When muscle mass declines with age, the body burns fewer calories throughout the day, which contributes to weight gain and fat retention. Targeted resistance and functional exercises stimulate muscle fibers, increase protein synthesis, and create micro tears that the body repairs to build stronger tissue. Each contraction sends biochemical signals that trigger growth hormone release, improve insulin sensitivity, and elevate energy expenditure. Over time, this translates not only into stronger muscles, but also into a faster metabolism, allowing seniors to burn fat more efficiently without extreme dieting or long, exhausting cardio sessions. Hormones such as testosterone, growth hormone, and IGF-1 play an essential role in muscle development, fat metabolism, and energy regulation. While it's natural for these hormone levels to decline with age, studies have shown that resistance and functional exercise can partially reverse this decline. Even simple bodyweight exercises performed with proper form and time under tension can increase circulating levels of growth hormone and testosterone in older adults. This is not about dramatic spikes, but rather about creating an environment in which muscles can grow, fat can be used for energy, and recovery becomes faster. In addition, these exercises help regulate cortisol, the stress hormone, which often contributes to stubborn abdominal fat and muscle breakdown if chronically elevated. By balancing cortisol through moderate controlled exercise, seniors not only protect their muscles but also improve mood, sleep quality, and overall vitality. Metabolism and hormones are closely intertwined with insulin sensitivity. As adults age, insulin resistance becomes more common, making it harder to regulate blood sugar and store energy efficiently. Targeted strength exercises activate large muscle groups, which are major consumers of glucose, helping the body regulate blood sugar levels more effectively. Each movement sends signals to the muscles to absorb glucose and store it as energy, rather than letting it linger in the bloodstream as fat. Over time, this improves overall metabolic health, reduces the risk of type 2 diabetes, and enhances the ability to burn fat during both exercise and rest. This is one of the reasons why seniors who focus on functional and resistance-based movements often see dramatic improvements in body composition, energy levels, and cardiovascular health simultaneously. Another fascinating aspect is the cumulative effect of hormonal and metabolic improvements on longevity and functional independence. As metabolism becomes more efficient and hormone levels stabilize, seniors experience better muscle preservation, increased energy, and a heightened ability to recover from physical stress. Every repetition of a targeted exercise is not just strengthening a muscle, it is sending a message to the body to rebuild itself stronger, regulate fat storage more effectively, and maintain resilience against the natural decline of aging. The interconnected nature of metabolism, hormones, and functional strength means that these exercises create a positive feedback loop. Stronger muscles improve metabolism, better metabolism improves hormone function, and healthier hormones support further strength and energy improvements. Finally, the mental and psychological benefits of improving metabolism and hormonal health cannot be overstated. Seniors who experience improved energy, leaner body composition, and stronger muscles often feel more confident, motivated, and empowered. Exercise becomes not just a physical activity, but a tool for regaining control over the body and life. The science is clear. Age does not prevent metabolic improvement, hormonal balance, or fat loss. With the right movements practiced consistently and deliberately, seniors can reawaken their body's natural capacity for strength, vitality, and energy, turning every session into a catalyst for a healthier, more resilient life. The mind and body are deeply interconnected, and as we age, this connection becomes even more critical to maintaining strength, balance, and overall health. Muscles and bones provide the structure for movement, but the nervous system coordinates those movements, maintains balance, and controls the precision of every action. In older adults, the decline in neural activation and proprioception, the body's ability to sense its position in space, can contribute to falls, injuries, and decreased confidence in movement. Functional exercises that simultaneously challenge strength, coordination, and balance do more than build muscle. They actively train the brain to communicate more efficiently with the body. This dual stimulation improves mobility, enhances stability, and creates new neural pathways that support cognitive function, making the mind-body connection a vital component of healthy aging. Scientific research shows that exercises requiring balance, controlled motion, and multi-limb coordination increase activity in both hemispheres of the brain, improving memory, focus, and executive function. For example, movements like standing heel raises, bird dog holds, or modified squats are not merely physical challenges. They demand attention, concentration, and spatial awareness. Each time the body responds to these demands, neurons fire in patterns that strengthen communication between the brain and muscles. Over weeks of consistent practice, these pathways become more robust, improving coordination, reaction time, and the body's natural ability to respond to unexpected shifts in balance. This is why seniors who integrate such exercises often notice they move with greater confidence, react faster to obstacles, and feel steadier in their daily activities. The mind-body connection also influences motivation and adherence. Exercises that require focus, mindfulness, and deliberate movement engage the brain's reward pathways, providing a sense of accomplishment with each completed set. This psychological reinforcement encourages consistency, which is critical for sustained improvement in strength, balance, and fat metabolism. Unlike repetitive or mindless routines, targeted, cognitively engaging movements create a feedback loop where physical improvement boosts mental well-being and mental engagement enhances physical performance. Seniors who experience this synergy often feel more energized, confident, and capable in both exercise and daily life. Additionally, exercises that activate the mind-body connection have profound effects on longevity and functional independence. Strong neuromuscular communication reduces the likelihood of falls, improves posture, and enhances reaction time, all of which are essential for maintaining autonomy. Studies indicate that older adults who regularly perform exercises combining strength, balance, and coordination maintain better mobility, show slower cognitive decline, and experience higher quality of life. The improvements are not just physical, they are functional, cognitive, and emotional, supporting a holistic approach to healthy aging. Finally, the mind-body connection highlights a fundamental truth about fitness after 60. Building strength and burning fat is not only about the muscles you see, but about the systems that support and control them. Each intentional movement, each controlled repetition is simultaneously sculpting muscle, enhancing metabolic function, and training the nervous system to operate at its peak. In this way, functional exercise becomes a powerful tool for total body optimization, allowing seniors to move more confidently, think more clearly, and live with a vitality that challenges the limitations traditionally associated with age.